The medallion's edge bites like frost's whisper. Geralt's hand trembles, runes writhe beneath his touch, Elven script bleeding shadow. A whisper threads the air, thick as blood on snow. Ciri's blade flares, its steel screaming of unseen hunts. What price does pride demand when the dark has a name? No canon names it, yet forbidden lore suggests its silver binds them to an elven god's unspoken pact. A price is paid memory, sanity, or blood. The medallion's glow is not pride, it is a mark of debt. What if the watchers are not demons, but the god itself, feasting on every hunt? The dark has a name, and it wears a witcher's face. The dwarves of Mahakam forged it in molten hush. Broccolin dryads wove its chain with thorn and tear. Arethusan sorceresses etched sigils where eldritch light met mortal gaze. 3 hands shaped it, one purpose bound them. The conjunction's breath still lingered when this medallion first hung from a witcher's neck. Pride, the schools call it. A badge of feline cunning, but the forges knew better. Every link bore a name whispered at Sapkowski's tail's edge, no god, no demon, but hunger in many skins. The conjunction spilled monsters. It spilled debts. The medallion's glint is not reward, it is reckoning delayed. Dwarves paid in iron, dryads in blood, sorceresses in secrets. What of the witcher who wears it now? What price made their hands steady, eyes sharp? The watchers hunger not for whispers. They hunger for what was given to make the medallion glow. Every hunt is repayment. The question is not why witchers whisper. The question is what they gave to silence the thing that follows home. The medallion's glint masks a silent debt. Each witcher who wears it pays an unspoken cost. What if the price is not memory, but something deeper, something erased from record? The wild hunt's elven shadow stalks Ciri, a blade unsheathed against witcherkind. Yet no artifact binds them to this ancient wrath. Here whispers turn to theory. The medallion is not a shield, but a seal. A pact with a nameless force, its terms written in blood and silence. No text confirms this, no chronicle dares. No vessel, a conduit for something that hungers in the gaps between heartbeats. The pride they wear is a lie. The true mark is the void left when a piece of them is taken. The thing that follows home is not a hunter. It is a collector, and the medallion, a receipt for what they cannot remember giving. What if the witcher's whispers are not to the dark, but to what they once were before the pact hollowed them? Before the price became their keeper. The whispers in the dark are not for gods, not for demons, but for the shadow that clings to the cat school's medallion, a thing no witcher of Rivia ever bore. Geralt's wolf school taught through blood and blade, not cursed metal, yet others, nameless in the annals, may have worn it. Albrich of the Ashen Coast, perhaps, Island of the Veiled, their names vanish like smoke, leaving only the weight of what the medallion demands. A pact not of pride but of hunger, each link forged in a forge no man built. Each wearer bound to a debt older than the Senges. What price? A memory, a soul's echo. A child's laughter stolen before it can be born. The medallion does not grant power, it collects it. No canonical hand ever gripped this relic. Yet in the margins of forgotten texts, there are hints of a witcher who drowned his voice in a well to silence the thing in his throat. Of a sorceress who carved her own name from her chest to escape its claim. Did they break the pact? Or merely delay the reckoning? The wolf school's mentors could not shield their pupils from this. Vesemir's lessons, Dijkstra's cunning thieves are tools for the living. The medallion belongs to the dead. To those who traded their shadows for a fleeting edge, only to find the edge turned inward. What lingers now is the curse. The whisper, the ache of a debt unpaid. And the question, when the last wearer dies, will the medallion find another? Or will it wait, patient as stone, for the world to forget the price it still demands? But this relic is more than object, it is a scar. Each witcher's strength is a stolen song, paid in flesh, their elven blood a chain. The whispers are not for the medallion, but the void it feeds, a secret told to a nameless god, forgotten but not finished. The cat school's medallion gleams like a badge of honor, a mark of pride, they say, but pride has a price. The trial of the grasses mutates flesh, but the medallion mutates fate. Each witcher who wears it answers to a hunger older than their kind, not a god exactly, a shadow of one. Elven in origin as the wild hunt is, as the hunt's cursed purpose is, the medallion's whispers are not warning, they are accounting. A tally of lives bartered in silence. Witchers claim neutrality. They claim to serve only contracts, yet their very existence is a contract. The schools were not founded by men. Their alchemy, their trials, their symbols all echo an age when elves shaped pacts into matter. The medallion is no mere relic, it is a ledger, a covenant forged in the same twilight as the wild hunt. Every kill, every choice feeds the void it represents, the nameless thing that once walked among elves, that now walks in their ghosts. Ciri's flight was never just hers. The hunt pursues what it cannot claim, the medallion pursues what it cannot unmake. Witchers wear their pride like armor, but armor rusts, and beneath the gold the bleeds, a secret toll, a forgotten god's last meal. The cost of playing judge in a world that made them prey. The wild hunt rides for a lost queen. The medallion hungs for a lost name. Both remind us, no neutrality exists where pacts are carved in bone. The medallion's absence is a wound, not displayed in grimoires, not whispered in the lodge's halls. Yet its ghost clings echoes of a bargain no treaty can unbind. A witcher who wears its shape, if such a one exists, pays in silence the cost. A name, a memory, something softer than blood but sharper. No elven god, no sorceress plot. Just a debt older than Kaedwen's wars, older than the first cat's purr in the dark. The pacts carved in bone do not vanish, they shift, they wait. The lodge charts power, not oaths. But every witcher knows this. Some doors open only when you've already given the key. Where is the medallion? Who wears it now? And what have they forgotten to breathe? The medallion is not a badge of pride. It is a scar of inheritance. A debt paid in mutagenic fire, in elven blood diluted to ash. The continent breathes this debt in every hunt, every kill. The wild hunt rides not as myth, but as shadow proof of a legacy that refuses to die. What do the witchers whisper? A debt unspoken, owed to a god erased from memory. The elven gift was never magic, it was a price. A covenant carved into their throats when the first catkin drank the cat's eye brew. Each transformation deepens the contract. Each hydra's tooth, each quagmire's scale feeds a hunger older than Kaedwen's walls. The medallion does not glow, it waits. A silent sentinel in the dark, counting the cost of a line that refuses to end. The continent is built on such secrets. On sacrifices ground to dust and called progress. The witcher's pride is a lie. The truth hangs cold around their necks. A reminder, to wield the continent's magic is to be its unpaid witness. To wear the medallion is to wear the weight of a world that forgets how to remember. What if the medallion's silence is the true demand? To reject its weight is to forfeit trials, alchemy at some witchers vanish instead. Why? The grasses test flesh, but what tests the soul? The answer lies in mutagenic debts unpaid. Next, the cost of a witcher's gaze.